What is going on, guys? Welcome to Off the Top Predictions for Night of Champions. Huge shout out to Burning Bridges for that awesome intro. You can catch them on YouTube, and Apple and Spotify. Great band, great music. They just released a song, re-released a song called "Going Down," which you just heard a clip of. So, guys, we're here. We're at Night of Champions, which not every title's being defended. How do we feel about that?
I'm not really shocked. It's a Saudi show, so
I mean, the only one
I
that's
don't
not being
care.
defended is the one we saw tonight.
United States Championship isn't either.
Right, that's the one we saw tonight being defended.
Yeah, but why isn't it? Why isn't it being defended on the show? Night of Champions. We have Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. Doesn't need to be there. We have Roman Reigns.
Again, if it was a Night of Champions that was in Chicago, then yeah, they probably would care a little more. They don't, because it's a Saudi show. So
I think their emphasis is going with crowning a new champion. I think that's kind of what they're focusing on mostly with this.
I agree with that.
Right.
And I mean, I'm okay with that. It's just that because we're used to Night of Champions being the night where every title on the main roster gets defended, it kind of confuses people, which I get.
Fair enough. I mean, we also don't have the women's tag team championship being defended either because there's no champion. Plus it's Saudi. So, but anyway, how's everybody been? Like, I know Cam, you've been taking a little bit of a hiatus from wrestling. Nate, you've been wrestling yourself, and me and Scalz have been super busy with life.
Yeah, it's just been crazy.
Before we get into it, Nate, what are you doing lately? Why don't you tell us about it?
I am training to actually wrestle. My first official match is actually a week from tonight. It's going to be lit as fuck. We're doing a 4-on-4 street fight. Weapons will be used. Chairs, kendo sticks, tables will be used. People will get hurt. I'm super excited for it because it's my first pro wrestling match, and I get to have a street fight with my best buds. So I'm excited. I'm super excited.
That sounds dope, man. I wish I could come down to watch it. Cam, what have you been up to, man?
Man, not much, man. Like I said, I take that back. A lot, because there's been everything with the reason I took a hiatus is because there's the NBA finals or NBA playoffs going on right now, and to do that and do off the top, it was just kind of a lot. And I like to put all of my energy towards doing off the top or whatever. I never want to just put out a half-baked product, essentially, for off the top. That's just the respect I have for the brand and things that we've built here off the top. But there's that I've been focusing on, and I've been on my anime tip here lately, and then watching all these movies and things like that with my buddy Mike. I've been heavy on TikTok, making content for them, and I've been a guest on Free Talk Wrestling a couple times. So I've been here and there, just kind of jumping around. So yeah, so I'm planning to make a big comeback hopefully soon. So
hell yeah, Scalz, what have you been up to? I feel like we haven't
just been working. I legit have worked like 95 hours in the last 2 weeks. Like, it's insane. So I really have not had time to do anything else. So it's actually feels good to get back on cam in front of everybody.
Right, and me, as most of you guys know, my wife and I welcomed a new child into the world. So I've been busy and my hands full in that. So pardon my absence from off the top. I mean, Jamie and Phil have been carrying the load, if you will, for everybody lately. But with that, let's get into it. What first match do we have on the docket to talk?
So let's start with the Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar match.
Okay. I mean, do we believe Cody's actually going to wrestle? Like, I don't know what you do with this.
I think he will. I mean, I think it's more.
So I'll start this one if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. I do think that he will attempt to wrestle. I think this is going to be a squash match. I think Brock Lesnar is going to decimate him, and they're going to play up this whole injury angle, which I would be fine with. I would be if he didn't just do the same thing last year legitimately. Like, he wrestled with a torn pec. We know he's tough. We don't got to do this again. We don't got to go through this again, especially with a fake injury. That's obviously storyline. Like,
Right.
I get what they're trying to do, and I can appreciate it, but it's a little much. They could have done it where Brock just beat the hell out of him, and he's just, like, nowhere near 100%. That's all they could have done. Like, they didn't have to be a broken arm. But I think Brock's going over this, and I think it's going to be a really quick match.
Okay.
So if I could go
ahead,
next,
Yeah.
me being out of the loop and not knowing a whole lot about the product, me having not watched in like a month and a half, I did hear about the kayfabe injury of him breaking his arm. So I believe that they feel the need to have to do this or go this route with this angle because again, this is his uphill battle and his chase back to Roman. So I can see him coming out. Like, I can see Brock coming out and just standing in the ring, like, with nothing happening for, like, a while. And then, you know, they start hinting towards it'd be like a forfeit type of thing. But then Cody's music hits, and then he comes out. He's got, like, a cast on his arm or whatever. And he basically just comes out and he wrestles with a cast on or whatever. That's what I see. That's what I see happening. Could it be a squash match for? Could it be a squash match for Brock? Maybe, because I easily see them basically running this back and having Brock win since he lost the first match, and then it's just a way to just extend the feud through the summer or whatever. Have them have a third match, whatever, possibly at SummerSlam or whatever, or even Money in the Bank. I don't know. But yeah, again, they're trying to stack the odds against Cody Rhodes because this is his uphill battle that he has to face to get back to Roman. So. But yeah, I think he'll still wrestle, but he'll probably be wrestling in a cast or something like that. So, yeah.
Okay. For me, I think it's more or less Cody will come out, Armin's playing whatever, like he did at the press conference today, and you get I'm not hurt at all. You can't break me kind of bullshit, and he goes in and Brock's gonna basically 2014 him and suplex the shit out of him for 25 minutes, and he's gonna lose. So I have Brock going over as well.
Yeah, I think this is the time that we actually see Cody lose and gets his more adversity against him. And I think this is the way that they start doing it. I definitely see it being a domination by Brock, whether it is a squash or it does go for the 10 minutes a la John Cena. And it kind of gets to that point where it gets disturbing to watch.
And, I mean, after all, Brock Lesnar is the alpha male of our species.
Okay, Pat McAfee.
I see that Strawberry Prime. Oh, shut up, Sammy.
Brought to you by Prime.
But
Off the top, brought to you by Prime.
Prime Hydration. Get yours today at any local convenience store. So anyways, what next match on the docket there? Because I think we all went Brock.
So let's go with the other singles match that has no stakes to it. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. And get these out of the way.
I'll start. I don't give a fuck about this match. I really don't. Like, cool, Trish is back. I love Trish. Canadian and all, and just somebody I grew up watching. I love Becky. But I just don't care. But I'm gonna have Trish go over in this match. Just to continue this into SummerSlam, because that's where it's going.
So I'll pick it up where Shadow left off. I mean, I appreciate Trish Stratus too. Appreciate everything she's done in her career or whatever. But isn't she supposed to be retired? Like, why are we still doing this? Like, go away already. Like, why do you keep coming back? She's retired twice already, so I don't understand why she's back. I don't understand why she was a part of the draft. I don't get it. I do like the callback to her "Nobody Takes My Spotlight" kind of promo that she did years ago. She kind of redid that some weeks ago, so I like that. She's always great at cutting promos, and she's obviously has not lost a step when it comes to cutting promos and getting you invested into some feuds. But this particular feud, it just isn't it right now. It's like I haven't found not one person who really cares about her versus Becky Lynch.
Another callback is the barking that Becky did on Monday. The callback to when she barked for Vince McMahon.
Oh, that's crazy. That's insane. But who do I got going on? Who knows? I don't even care. Double KO. I don't care.
Nate, how about you, man? Oh, sorry, Scalz.
That's all right.
Yeah, they were just going like.
So I will say this: the basis of this feud makes sense. The whole Trish is pissed because she's not getting the recognition that she thinks she deserves for being revolutionary in terms of how women are viewed as professional wrestlers. That feud makes sense. However, it should have happened 6 years ago. If there was going to be like a Trish Stratus coming back and doing this, it should have happened a long time ago. Cameron makes a great point. Why the hell was she involved in the draft? She's not going to be around. Also, how did Lita just randomly disappear? Where is she in all of this? She was a tag champ.
She's stuck in the gulag after getting attacked.
I think this is just a placeholder feud to keep Becky busy. And good on her. She gets to feud with, an icon like Trish Stratus. And it's brought out some really good mic work from Becky, which we haven't seen for a while because she's been in this holding pattern. But when it comes down to it, I don't care about this match. I don't think most people do. I think something hokey happens that forces this match to keep going, or this feud to keep going to SummerSlam, where they have their final blow-off match at SummerSlam. So I think somehow Trish ekes out a win here through some kind of bullshit heel tactics.
To answer Nate's question, I think what happened to Lita was her controller disconnected, and she just never got new batteries, so that's what happened.
She's gone.
It's funny because she got attacked in the back and then she left, nowhere to be found. She could be found
on A&E doing the search for shit.
She was there essentially just to get this feud started. That's really what she was brought back for. And you guys just keep going to the fact that everything is going to go to SummerSlam. You're still forgetting a big pay-per-view in between with Money in the Bank.
It's going to go to Summer.
I definitely said Money in the Bank for the other two. Cody and Brock.
For Cody and Brock, you did. But I'm saying here, you guys think it's going to... I don't think it's going to get that far. I think you're going to have Trish win here, and then you'll have Becky end it at Money in the Bank, because Becky's going to be challenging for a title at SummerSlam. That's the way that
winning.
Winning against who?
I don't care. Anybody.
I mean, if it means taking the belt off of Bianca, I'm all for it.
Don't tell Cam that. Come on, Cam. It's time.
I think, okay, so I think about the Money in the Bank SummerSlam thing. I think a lot of us kind of skip over Money in the Bank because SummerSlam's the next big one out of the big four. So we kind of just forget about Money in the Bank a lot of times. So
War Games. Continue.
That's December. But yeah, I think Trish is going to win this as well. And then I think they're going to have another match later on. But
so the overall consensus right now is all four of us Trish and all four of us Brock. Okay.
Off of what I was talking about, let's go into the WWE Raw Women's Championship match of Bianca versus Asuka. Since I already,
I'd like to start this one.
Go ahead.
So, if you pay attention to anything that I post on TikTok and things like that, sometimes I do like wrestling news and things like that. So, there's actually a video I have in the works or whatever, and it's about some wrestling news that I found out about earlier today about there's massive rumors about them them changing Bianca Belair's character. So I don't know what that means. Probably a heel turn. I'm not sure. Maybe they're probably going to pull the trigger. I'm not going to hold my breath personally, but it's interesting to think about. Honestly, and I said this before when it comes to the prediction for this match. If I was a betting man, I'm probably going to bet on Bianca Belair. I don't think she's losing this match. I just don't. I think they're giving Asuka this match because of what happened after WrestleMania, after they screwed her over, clearly, because that was her match to win and to shine, finally.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think they're just giving Asuka this match because, they know the tweet that she put out after WrestleMania, they know that she's quote-unquote unhappy or whatever. So I believe that that's all this is. This is just here you go, shush, keep it quiet, stay off Twitter. Yeah, and everything will be okay. But I don't think she's
as long as she wins. As long as she wins.
Right,
What's the point of her coming back as Kana to lose twice?
I don't know. And see, that's the problem. See, they've already ruined that for me when it comes to Asuka. Like I've said this before, Asuka's literally like the female Muda right now, and they're literally just fumbling the bag. They're literally fumbling it right now. They're not booking her the way she needs to be booked. So as it stands right now, like I can't take Asuka seriously just because of how they've treated her thus far. So, but yeah, I'm going with Bianca Belair. I don't see it happen. I'm not gonna try to sit here and act like, oh yeah, let's go Asuka. No, I don't have a shred of confidence that Asuka's winning this match.
In reference to what you said about the rumors that you heard about Bianca's character, it's supposedly all tied into the Street Profits. And it's supposed to be a massive heel turn with all three of them, from what I've heard. So, could be interesting if it's done the right way.
Right.
Either that, or it's going to ruin all three of them. Either that, or it'll ruin all three.
Well, it'll probably if it goes badly, it'll ruin two of them. I don't think it'll ruin Montez Ford. Montez Ford right now is like he's a gold mine now. I don't see how you can ruin Montez Ford right now.
Don't say that. They'll figure it out.
I mean, they put him up against LA Knight for the Money in the Bank qualifying match next week. So who's not making the match? Like, those are two people that should be in it. How do you have them facing off of each other to go in it? Are they going to do a last chance qualifying match?
LA Knight, I think, needs it more. Montez was just in the elimination chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LA Knight beats Montez Ford. Angelo Dawkins wins his qualifying match. How about that?
There you go.
But this is Asuka's time. She needs this win. If she does not win, who is going to challenge Bianca Cena? Who would challenge her? There's no one left. Charlotte's gone. But she's gone. She's filming a movie.
Send Charlotte.
She won't be back for a while. Who else is you going to have challenged from the SmackDown roster?
Shotzi.
She's going to be in a tag team.
That's a good one. That's rich. That's hilarious.
She's in a tag team picture right now.
Asuka needs to win it. I agree, and I do believe that that's what's going to happen. But I think it's going to be a roll-up.
I don't care.
Oh God, no!
It's not gonna, well. Asuka's finisher is a submission. Bianca's not going to tap out.
Good Lord!
It's going to be she's going to get sprayed. She's going to get sprayed, and then she'll be rolled up.
The deadliest move in WWE is a roll-up.
Xavier Woods.
I'm again on the clock of not giving a fuck. So I'm gonna say Asuka. I just honestly we thought Backlash was gonna be a throwaway pay-per-view, which it turned out not to be, but this could be that throwaway pay-per-view at this point.
I don't think so. I think these matches
minus the World Heavyweight Championship.
The next match that I want to talk about is probably going to surprise you. I think it could be one of the best matches of the night. The Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. This match has the potential to be the match of the night. Because we've seen how great Gunther is. We have not seen really the chance for Ali to shine, and I think this is where he gets his chance. There are rumblings he can win. I don't think that's happening. Because it would be wrong to take the belt off of Gunther right now. But I think Ali's going to get the shine in this match, and I think it could be good for him.
So I'm seeing a lot of Mustafa Ali hate, and I don't know why. The man, like, if we just ignore the whole, Walmart Aces and Eights gimmick that they did a while back with him, that, in my opinion, ruined him. It just ruined his momentum. Go back to 205 Live. He was doing his best stuff on 205 Live. Amazing stuff. Maybe not so much on the mic, but in the ring, great stuff. Great stuff. So, and I've been seeing, like, I think he did like I think he posted this on like his Instagram, and then he did it, and then he also cut like another promo of sorts at the press conference or whatever. And he's like, if I don't win, I don't belong in the WWE, blah, blah, blah. So the angle I think they're going with is like, they're going to use this to push him even further into something more meaningful, I hope. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a gigantic spotlight on Mustafa Ali, and his time to shine. Do I think he's going to win? No. What I think they might do, though, is they'll probably have like a false finish, and he'll hit some major move on Gunther, right? And it'll be 1, 2, and then Gunther will get his hand on the rope or his foot on the rope. And then Mustafa's like, and he'll have belt and everything, and like another like, no, had his arm on the rope or his foot on the rope, whatever. So I think they might do something like that just because it builds up the drama of the match. But I don't see him in this match, not at all. I think Scalz, I think you're right. I do think this
is it just me or is Cam robotic?
Yeah. So
I think he's good now after he stopped talking.
Yeah. My thoughts on this match are I kind of talked about it earlier when I was on TikTok Live, but I've seen a lot of people say, oh, Mustafa Ali is just in this match because of his heritage or because of, his background. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's true. He is a devout Muslim. He's not Saudi, but he is a devout Muslim. And excuse me. Oh, this just got weird. Okay. But yeah. What do you think they did with Bad Bunny and Zelina Vega? They put them in matches in Puerto Rico because of their heritage. And what does it do? It takes that hometown crowd or that crowd that can relate to this person, and it allows them to emotionally attach to them. Pro wrestling is at its absolute best when the crowd can emotionally attach themselves to the performers.
Example, Bad Bunny and Zelina.
Bad Bunny and Zelina, exactly. Think, Rob Van Dam in One Night Stand, 2006. He cashed in Money in the Bank. He was an ECW homegrown guy in front of ECW faithful. There's your emotional attachment right there. That was one of the rowdiest crowds ever. Puerto Rico, insane crowd. Best crowd we've had all year, for sure. And I think that's exactly a good thing to do. Mustafa Ali earns this kind of spotlight. He busts his ass. He's one of the most talented in-ring workers in the world. I don't think there's a shred of a hell of a tiny itsy-bitsy chance that he wins, but he's going to put on an absolute clinic with one of the best in-ring performers in the world also, in Gunther, for different reasons. They have their strengths. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great match with lots of false finishes, and I think Gunther will prevail as he does all the time. Bye, Cam.
All right. I couldn't hear you talking, Shadow. I don't know if you're muted, but we can't hear you.
No, I was muted.
Okay.
So for me, I don't agree with that he's in it just because of where they are. But it does help with the, like Nate said, with the passion of the crowd. I believe Ali has earned this opportunity. As much as I don't like him, he has done a lot to earn it. So it's hard to say, but I don't see Gunther losing to a jobber. Hate to say it like that, but
Whoa! Calm down.
I think it'll be a great match. It'll be highly
he tried to do
highly
it with you, but
competitive.
you just sat there.
It'll be a super highly competitive. I think we see the best of Ali in years. So I still give it to Gunther though, because there's no shot he's walking out without his championship. They're looking to break Honky's record, and I think it's time that they do that.
I think we're all in a consensus that Gunther's going to win this, even though Mustafa Ali is going to give a good showing.
Yeah, it looks like we're pretty boring tonight. We're all agreeing on the same matchup.
Fuck it, Cena wins.
Well, I mean,
all right.
I kind of like. I'm trying to get those ones out of the way, but this is probably one of the more predictable cards, in my opinion, for the matches that we have.
And then they're gonna throw some fucking wrenches at us.
Oh, they always do. But let's stick off.
Literal wrenches would be hilarious. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Let's continue with the Women's SmackDown Championship.
Okay, we really need to fucking fix this because we're talking about two Raw superstars fighting for the SmackDown Championship and two SmackDown superstars fighting for the Raw. They need to fucking fix it. Hopefully tomorrow night they.
So here's a hot take.
This.
Here's a hot take. WWE programming was better before the draft. After the draft, everything just does not make sense anymore.
Yeah, give it time. It's only been a couple weeks.
I say WWE Women's Championship and then Women's World Championship.
I was just gonna say, change the names completely and get rid of the brand. So this way, you can swap.
They don't do it with the men's. Why do they need to do it with the females?
Have one resemble the WWE title and have one resemble the World Heavyweight title. Boom.
Make them both gold, white strap title.
Yep. Anyways, Rhea Ripley's winning. Duh.
Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this.
No, hold on. What? Why not Natty?
Get out of here.
Shut your mouth.
No, just nice try, Shadow, but none of us believed you at all.
You know how I know it's not going to be Natty? You know how I know it's not going to be Natty? Because until you said why not Natty, I forgot that that's who she was facing. I'm not even joking. I was waiting for someone to talk because I'm like, who the fuck is Rhea facing tomorrow?
I don't even.
It's not going to be Natty. It's not going to be Natty. It's going to be your sister.
Hey, I can get behind that if you know what I'm saying.
Stop. Don't bark.
There's nothing wrong with Natty's sister. Just her OF is well, anyway.
I wouldn't know. No,
But I think Natty's getting this opportunity because she's at the latter half of her career now. Like, it's very obvious at this
She's
point.
in like the 99th percentile of her career.
All right. You know what I meant. But either way, WWE's just kind of giving her one last rub, if you will.
It's her
I
swan
said what I said.
essentially.
Vince is in charge still, so she needs that rub.
Oh, Shadow.
Anyway, so
just
everybody
pull that up
agrees
again.
on Rhea.
All right. So now let's end off these with the two of the three main events, because there's apparently three main events, and we went over the first one with Cody and Brock already.
Oh,
They
yeah.
need to stop doing that.
This is the finals for the World Heavyweight Championship. We have Seth freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles. Who wants to start this one off? All right, Shadow.
So the obvious choice if you want to make this championship mean any fucking thing, is Seth. But you could also argue AJ deserves it as well. They both carried the company through different times. AJ has done phenomenal with SmackDown, and he did well with Raw. He got injured recently. Obviously, he's coming back. So, I mean, obviously that was probably in their plans before he got hurt. But for me, it has to be Seth. It just has to be. For this title to not be a consolation prize, it has to be Seth. Because Seth is the only one that Roman hasn't beat. And it just makes sense because Seth has alluded to that in his promos recently. And I think that Seth holding it, he can mock the shit out of Roman for a while. Because it was discussed up until, I think, 2 weeks prior to 39, with Seth potentially having one of the main titles going into the Show of Immortals. So
Yeah, because they were supposed to split it, and then they decided not to.
Right. So I think with that decision coming from WWE, I think the obvious pick here is Seth. Like it's just that simple. I think the match is gonna be, exceptional. They're gonna put on hopefully a banger. Also, fun fact, I don't know if anybody really pays attention to this shit, but this marks the third time and the first time in 70 years that one guy is going to be fighting for the inaugural championship, and that's Seth Rollins. He fought for the NXT, the Universal, and now this.
And if he wins, he'll be the one to win. Oh no, he didn't win Universal. He lost that. He was just.
He's
That's
the first one to compete for it.
For all three. Yep.
So
All right, Cam.
Huh.
I'll pick it up.
Was that the other one, Jinder Mahal, for the NXT title?
Bo Dallas, I think.
No,
it was Jinder. It was Jinder.
But anyways, Cam, go ahead.
So first off, they made another whoopsie in terms of this tournament because they had SmackDown and Raw people in this tournament, which makes no sense at all. So I didn't quite understand that. Another mistake that they made with the finals. To me, it should have been AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, but yeah, such is life. So now we got AJ versus Seth. So it's so predictable, if you ask me. Like I get it. Seth winning it kind of just makes the most sense. Seth has done so much. He's reinvented himself 3, 4, 5 times over now, and he's done some amazing things within the past couple of years. So it just makes sense to put the strap on him. But it's just like I said, I literally called this the beginning of the tournament. So if that happens, it's just very, very predictable. Now they pull the Uno reverse card and put it on AJ Styles, it'd be like, yo, I did not see that coming at all. So my personal pick would be AJ Styles, just to kind of throw a wrench in to the plans of what everybody else is thinking. But my gut instinct is telling me it's going to be Seth Rollins.
I mean, either way, both men are deserving of it.
Absolutely.
So I think WWE did kind of put themselves in a corner with this one, given that they drafted the OC as a unit to SmackDown. So they drafted 4 people in the unit. AJ, the brothers, and Mia Yim all together to SmackDown. So what do they do if AJ wins? Do all 4 of them go to Raw? Like, come on. I think it's been obvious from the beginning that this was Seth Rollins' tournament to win. Predictability, yes, but predictability is not always bad. Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, great, predictable. Kofi Kingston, great, predictable. This is kind of one of those situations where someone needs to carry the red brand. And I think Seth Rollins is the only guy that can do that right now, period. So I think it's going to be a great match it's between probably the 2 best in-ring workers in WWE. Seth is going to win.
So, really quick for Scalz before you go.
Yep.
I would say predictability is bad when because it's not always bad, but it's bad when you can literally sit there at home and you can play, makeshift creative general manager or whatever, and you can literally map out everything they do and predict it correctly throughout an entire storyline and get everything correct. That's when it's bad. When you literally know what they're going to do before they do it, that's when it's a bad thing. So that's kind of what I was talking about. But anyway,
This match, I'm actually looking forward to it because we all know they are both great workers. Like, that's no doubt. As AJ said tonight in his promo, Seth may be amazing. He may be all this, but he's not phenomenal. And it's just Seth has carried Raw for so long with everything. And he has not had a title in what? 6 years?
too long.
Like, was it that long? When did he lost it to Bray, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was 2019, I think.
So 4 years. He hasn't had the championship in 4
No,
years.
I think I'm wrong there, but it's been a
No.
while. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
So it's time.
No,
And I would love for AJ to win just because it would fuck things up because he is on SmackDown. But we know that's not going to happen. And if what we were talking about before the show happens and is true, I think then Seth is the right choice. So, I think we're all leaning. Shadow, did you go on this one yet or no?
Yeah, I started.
All right. So I think we're all leaning in the same direction with
Right.
who we want to win and then who we actually think is going to win.
Yeah.
So
It's
then we're
just one
gonna-
of those cases of interesting factors because, like I said, both deserve it, but there can only be one champion. So
And
There
your
can
point
only
was,
be one.
your point was very
unless you're
valid.
Roman.
Your point was valid with Seth being the only one not to lose to Roman. So it should be his title to lose. And if
Right.
he does it, then it won't feel like that consolation prize that everybody says it is.
Right.
Um,
We live to see another day, and that's tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. We see what happens.
And then we have the main event, which is the tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
Oh, I'm just gonna say something.
Throw
real
it
quick,
up.
and then everybody can predict it after this. But I just want to say that Roman and Sammy, Roman and Solo are winning the match. Yeah, y'all can speak, and then I'll tell you why when I get to me why I think that.
Oh. So, did you want to go, Nate?
I can wait.
Shadow, respectfully, you're full of shit.
No, okay. Hold
There
on.
is no
Hold
way.
Shut up. Hold on. Fuck you. I'm just gonna say it now. So Roman and Solo are gonna win, but I didn't say they would win the title. I just said they'd win the match. That's all I said. Because
Based
it's gonna
off
be
of the history with the Bloodline, there's only been one
The Bloodline.
DQ match that Roman has been in the entire time he's had the belts, and it's for a championship. And the only one was versus Seth.
right.
I don't believe they would do that again here, just to have them win.
So
and
I do.
and I know what you're thinking as to why they're going to win. And it was set up tonight on SmackDown.
You don't know me.
So
The fuck?
I do know you. I do know you.
You think you know me?
Because you're thinking what I'm thinking as the reason as to why they're going to win the match but not the titles.
Okay.
You think you know me? Dan, 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 dan.
You're not my real dad.
But I don't think they're going to go that route. I think it happens after the match with what you're referring to.
I don't know why, with all due respect to everybody in this chat, I don't know why this is such a heavy debate. Usos are coming out, costing Roman and Solo the match.
That's what I'm saying.
End of story.
Yeah, but he's saying that's going to cause Roman and Solo to win, just not the belts.
Yes, because
No,
they're going to kick fucking Sammy in the face.
That I disagree with. Ref's going to be knocked out. Usos are going to come out. Roman's going to be like, get him, get him. Usos are going to turn, look at Roman, double super kick Solo, wake the ref up, pull Sammy on top of Roman or whoever or Solo. 1, 2, 3. End of story.
If they put Roman and he eats the pin on Sammy, whew.
No, they're not. They're going to do it respectfully without having Roman being pinned. So that's why I corrected and said Solo. They're not having Roman being pinned. No.
All right, Nate. Now that you're done over there pondering your deepest thoughts and
He's like meditating.
dabbing on these hoes, you know.
Goose Fraba. Okay. Fuck ya.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are not winning this match in any way, shape, form, technicality. Nothing. Excuse me. Roman Reigns is going to sacrifice Solo, essentially. He's going to basically be the reason Solo loses and gets pinned because he's afraid of getting pinned by either KO or Sammy. I think that will play a huge factor into what's going on with this, and it's going to just keep putting a chisel right through the middle of the bloodline. And I think Roman Reigns turning his back on Solo, essentially, or, leaving him for the buzzards, Bray, leaving him for the buzzards, I think that is going to be that final little push that puts Solo on the side of his brothers. And then eventually we're going to get Jey Uso super kicking Roman Reigns' head off. I don't think that happens tomorrow. I don't think we get a babyface turn from the Usos tomorrow yet. I think it's going to be a while. Maybe not a long while, but it's not going to be tomorrow. But I do think
started the cracks tonight.
I do think that Roman essentially leaves Solo for dead, and that's the reason why they lose. And yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Fuck you.
All right. So overall, for everybody that's keeping score at home, we don't give a fuck about the pay-per-view. We all pretty much agreed on every match. So if you don't like it, you can eat corn the long ways.
Oh my god!
And so now that we've done our predictions for the match, what are some theories you guys have that could potentially happen to?
I see Hurricane coming back, cashing his Money in the Bank. I see Raven coming back, wanting a contract from Vince McMahon.
I mean, Sabu came back, so why not Raven?
Yeah.
Let's go, Virgil.
Oh, okay,
Now,
that's what that ends. Okay.
we have Virgil. He's right here, Cam.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I'm good with the Ricochet comparisons, not Virgil.
I believe Nate and Scalz, you guys, we were discussing before the show. You guys have or you've been hearing rumors of somebody coming back.
Yeah, there's been rumors that Bray Wyatt's going to show up and confront the winner of the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's why I said it makes more sense for Seth to win as opposed to AJ because he has history with Bray.
I'm a big Bray fan, but I could care less if he comes back at this point. It's just dead to me at the moment. I can't do it. I won't do it.
I'm telling you, they need to have the Lean Green Machine come back. Telling you, a great.
I
feud.
was reading a theory today while I was taking a shit. Yeah, I had to include that. So Liv Morgan is slated to come back as a heel due to the fact that it was replaced so fast by her quote unquote tag team partner, yawn. And it should allow WWE to open the door because she'll be working with a certain somebody that they've always alluded to, never actually did. And that's
Bray Wyatt.
because of her real life relationship with Bo. It would open a door or use a key, as you will, to open the door for Uncle Howdy and Liv Morgan to be in cahoots.
We're getting deep over here, talking about keys and doors and wow.
Speaking of doors and keys, next month, Off the Top goes to Forbidden Door 2.
Yes, sir.
So, but is that nobody else has any theories and stuff? We do have a pre-recorded predictions from Mr. Jamie Rose. Cam and Nate stick around for 5 minutes while this takes place so we can have a meeting afterwards. But before we end this off, Nate, where can we find you?
Your mom. Anyways, you can you can find me on TikTok at Nate McNamara WB. You can find me on my link tree is in my bio. You can find all my shit there. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank because I'm mentally preparing myself for this, motherfuckers. Continue. Yes.
All right, Cam, where can we find you, my guy?
You can find me on TikTok at Cam's Wrestling Corner. You can also find me on my other TikTok page at Call Me Cam G. And if that doesn't sizzle your bacon, you can find me on Instagram at 317 Bacon Eggs and Cam.
All right, and as always, you can find me on TikTok at That Guy Shadow 91. That's where my video content is, or you can catch me over on Shadow Club Live most days. Probably not as much lately as I'm quite busy. And you can catch us here on Off the Top, and make sure you use our WWE merch link and help your boys out. And we have our own merch line coming soon. We're in the process of revamping and taking it to a new company, Scalz.
You can find me on Off the Top Media _ for Twitter, and then on TikTok and Twitter as well, Scalz24.
All right, Jamie, take it away.
What's up, guys? It's Jamie here. Gonna run this really quick, but here's my predictions here for the show in Saudi. So first, I got Bianca Belair and Asuka. Pretty quick, Bianca Belair, her time as champ just needs to come to an end. It's tiresome. It's about done. My thing with Bianca is she's great and everything, but this run has just been stale. It's been boring. Nothing has really excited me in that, and she's been beating everybody like they're a piece of meat. Anyways, my prediction for this is Asuka's going to come home and take that title. All right, on to the next one. We have SmackDown Women's Championship. Why is this even a conversation? But we have Rhea Ripley, a.k.a. Mommy, versus Natalia. I'm sorry, I forgot there for a second because why is this even a thing? So my prediction there obviously is going to be Rhea Ripley. And when are they going to do that switch off with the straps? That's going to be my next question. So with that being said, we have the singles match versus Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. Hey, that's a pretty cool thing, having 3 women's matches at the Saudi show. That's pretty neat. Anyways, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus. I'm actually about done with this feud, but I do have Becky winning this one. The Intercontinental Championship match, which is Gunther and Mustafa Ali. I think with this one, it's going to look bad for Ali as Gunther's going to pretty much ragdoll him any and everywhere he wants. They're going to make everybody in this match look good, though, but it's going to end up being Gunther, and he is going to get that garbage out of here. Yes, sir. So with that being said, on to part 2 of Lesnar Rhodes. This one, they've been setting it up for, hey, Cody's going to come back from all these things and he's going to be Superman. But in this one, I have Brock Lesnar taking round 2. They, they got to be careful with how they do Cody here. If they have him make him look absolutely unbeatable, they're going to turn the crowd off of him. So with this one, I have Brock Lesnar going over and then setting up to match 3 down the road at a later pay-per-view, which Cody Rhodes will absolutely slay the giant. So, World Heavyweight Championship match, I have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. So with this one, I want Styles to win just because it'd be nice to see him have another run. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Seth Rollins is going to pick up the win there and be the new champion. So with that, I do have a bold prediction. I think AJ Styles is going to have some interference going on with him, and I think we are going to have a surprise debut of one Kota Ibushi. I think Triple H has something up his sleeve. I think they're going to run a program with them, and I think it's going to be pretty cool for something going on this summer. Pretty much hype up to SummerSlam, in my opinion. My next match that we're going to look over is the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match, the Bloodline, consisting of Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. With this one, I have the Bloodline actually losing, with Solo Sikoa taking the pin with interference from the Usos. And that will carry on to the pretty much the destruction of the Bloodline. So with that, how many titles do you see changing hands? I see 1. And for if I was a betting man and the line was over 40 minutes for that World Championship match, I would probably take the over at 42. So with that being said, hey, I'm probably having a better time than a lot of you guys, but I miss you guys. So with that being said, if you don't like any of my opinions or my predictions,
it doesn't matter what you think.
Peace out.
Well, thank you guys for
So
coming.
that ends.
He was pretty on par with what we thought, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Shout out to Jamie. He's at an Incubus concert. Fucker. But thanks for tuning in. And well, what the fuck did you get a belt on? What the
During
fuck?
when he was talking.
This man put a belt on. But yeah, he's definitely Ricochet holding that belt. But with that being said, thank you all. We enjoyed coming back here live. It's been a while for Nate, been a while for Cam, been a while for myself and Scalz. So hopefully we'll come with you at a review show, but don't hold your breath on that one just yet.
So just real quick, Monday nights, we will be doing the debut of VCW. It should be starting this Monday. And then Friday nights are going to be a Friday night review show with myself and then whoever else wants to join at that time. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, yeah, Daddy.